Okay, so we were heading out from planet Baobab out into the Makgadikgadi Pans to camp for a couple of nights, and we've had a great time here and we're really looking forward to getting out into the pans.
So we're at Baobab, and we're just going to go in and take a look at the ancient inscriptions.
The graffiti.
Okay. After a good look at the 600-year-old Green's Baobab, we then headed over to a nearby watering hole where we encountered a few unexpected visitors.
They're just leaving. That's a big group.
Yeah. There's some big elephant poo-poos. Oh, ouch. After the elephants wandered off, a herd of cows came down for a little bit of fighting and a drink. There were several more hours of driving along through the grasslands and the bush before we would finally reach the first Makgadikgadi Pan. This is called Entwe Pan.
Smile.
Okay. Going by the size of these termite mounds, they could do with a few aardvarks. These very impressive termite mounds are made by the Makgadikgadi species, and what they do is they cultivate fungus underneath on little shelves. These shelves are deep inside the mound, and they use their feces as a form of growth medium. Finally, we reached the very rickety, almost falling down viewing platform at the end of the grasslands, looking out over Entwe Pan. This will be our first pan and my first time to drive on it.
That is not a particularly well-made staircase.
Okay. I'm very excited. I'm now about to set foot on the first of the pans, which I will drive in just a moment. It just goes on into the horizon. It's so vast, it's like a giant sea. Here we go. First time driving on the pan. stuck to the tracks that had clearly been driven on before, because one of the problems about driving on these pans is that it's very deceptive. It can look really, really hard on the surface, and then suddenly you're ankle deep when the surface cracks and it's soft underneath. So many people have come to grief on driving on the pans. This first pan that we were on seemed to be a lot drier than when we got to the second pan, the Nata pan. So yeah, but it was great to drive on. Very fast and smooth.
I'm trying my best, okay?
During the heat of the day, the winds really pick up on the pan, so it's very dry, very desiccating. But then towards evening, the winds drop and it cools off. So we decided we would set up camp somewhere on this big open pan in the middle of nowhere. And there's something on the left, some vehicles. So we think we have made a slight error and are actually on the right.
So if you go that way, you'll intersect.
Can I take this road here then?
Isn't that where we just came in?
Yeah, that one over there we came on. This one. This will hook over and put us maybe on the main track. So I think we've been trespassing a lot of this day actually into a private conservancy. Anyway, this should take us back to the right track, yeah?
It should.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go find a camp spot somewhere off the trail and hope it's not too soft. Why am I putting my indicator on like there's anybody to see it?
Another 100 meters, I think would be perfect.
Okay.
Nice.
Just here.
That looks good to me.
I hope we don't wake up in the morning and we're sunk down to our axles. Okay, we're doing a little pan test to see how soft it is underneath. We don't want to wake up in the morning up to our axles in mud. It can be very deceptive.
There's some moisture in it, but it's pretty solid.
Okay.
I don't see any.
Just we're 4 tons, that's all. Okay.
So, here we are, our little camp in the middle of the pan. We've set up and we've got our cooking stuff going. What do we have? What did you have for lunch, darling?
Me, I had 1 fried egg, some cheese, some olives, a spoonful of peanut butter, and I'm about to have some sugar-free chocolate almonds that were in the freezer.
And what did you drink?
Tea.
Several cups of tea, yes.
And
So
more to come.
you can see here our 2-element gas stove and our little cooking compartment. We've angled it so that we're fairly sheltered from the wind, although the wind's moving around. And there's our table.
Dust everywhere.
And you can see our washing up stuff at the end there. So, this is our little home on the road. Hello?
Making a cuppa?
Absolutely. Good way to rehydrate out here in the desiccating dryness of the pan.
The wind just beats across the pan and hot blasts. I think it's really hot sometimes. You just feel like you're drying out. Anyway, we're on our second pot of tea.
Yeah, and I'll just finish this up and then I'm going to go for a bike ride. Or a bit of unusual exercise.
tailwind. So just getting a few veggies ready for the braai. Graydon's gone off for a bike ride, but I did 5 hours of 4x4 driving, so I'm just going to read a book for a while and sort the camp out because it's a little bit of a shambles, and tidy things up. And when Graydon gets back, we'll heat up some charcoal and make dinner. And tomorrow I'm thinking of making Makgadikgadi Pan cakes with cinnamon and raisins, but we'll see if we can get time to do that and making them in the bush over charcoal. Taking a time lapse over there. Coming. This has honestly got to be the largest campsite we've ever had. No. I know, it's wonderful. It's really wonderful. And yeah, the wind has dropped, so it's super nice right now. So getting the braai going, cooking up those veggies, and we'll put on a couple of steaks.
Oh, have you got the veggies going?
Please join us next week for the second half of the Makgadikgadi Pans adventure. Graydon will have a bush shower, our pancakes, and we will visit this amazing island called Kubu Island, and it's just quite sensational. It's poking out into the pan, into the nata pan, and it's covered in baobab trees. So we'll see you then. Thanks for joining us.